Hi, Melissa. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right. I am noting that it is 2 o'clock on my phone. Melissa, are you all set to begin?
I am.
All right, let's go on the record. All right, we are here this afternoon for the public hearing regarding case number 21224 PL, which is the commission's proposed rulemaking to amend sections of Rule 18.60.5 NMAC, the pipeline safety excavation damage prevention. The public hearing was noticed with the notice of proposed rulemaking, setting the public hearing at April 5th, 2022, beginning at 2 p.m., which is now. I have the list of individuals who had signed up to make comment today. Normally, I would keep comments to 3 minutes, but due to the fact that we have limited participants today, I have no problem saying, take 5 minutes. If you think you need additional time, just kind of wink at me. But I would expect that, please keep your comments concise at this point, as I think we're headed in a pretty good direction to get this rulemaking in place. I have 3 individuals who are not part of staff, the PRC staff, and I think I will defer to them to go first. And then I will let the individuals who have signed up from staff direct their comments afterwards. So I do see that all 3 individuals I see are represented on my screen are here. So Jane, and apologies if I mispronounce anybody's name, feel free to correct me. Jane Yernigan, Brian Haverly, and Homer Trujillo are the individuals that I will allow for comment first. So let's start off at the top of my list. Jane, if you are here, go ahead and unmute yourself, and you have 5 minutes for comments.
Hi, thank you. Mr. Chair and members of the commission, my name is Jane Jernigan with the New Mexico Utility Contractors Association. As an association of utility contractors that are committed to damage prevention and safety in our industry, we support the proposed changes 18.60.5.6 definitions D, effective date, and O, working date, commonly discussed as the midnight rule. Also 18.60.5.16 emergency excavation and damage reporting procedure A, adding mechanical and non-mechanical equipment as recommended by PHMSA. Lastly, I'd just like to thank Jason Montoya and his staff for seeking input and continually working with industry to make our one call law fair for all stakeholders while keeping our underground facilities and the public safe. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for participating today. Appreciate it. Next up, Brian Haverly. Go ahead and unmute yourself, and 5 minutes for comments.
Thank you, sir. This is Brian Haverly on behalf of New Mexico Gas Company. We've reviewed the proposed revisions in the original NOPR notice. We also reviewed carefully the proposed additional revisions that staff included in their initial comments. We strongly support these changes. We commend staff for bringing these revisions forward, and we urge the commission to adopt these as part of the rule. And that's all we have to say today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Brian, for participating today. And I have next on the list, I have Homer Trujillo. Homer, go ahead and unmute yourself, and you have 5 minutes for comments.
Good afternoon. Homer Trujillo with IACX Energy in Roswell. No comments other than to say that we are in favor of the amendments changes, and there is a group of us sitting here watching this, so I don't think anybody else has any comment. But thanks for the opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, Homer, and to everyone else that is watching along with you there. Before I move on to staff, is there anyone else that perchance wanted to comment today that is not on my list? Having heard no reply, Jason and David, I see you're both on, so I would defer to whichever of you would like to make comments next. Go ahead, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I really don't have a lot more comments other than to thank everybody for participating in today's hearing and all the comments that have been filed to date. I will go on record and say that this has been a couple of years in the making of working with all stakeholder groups. And I believe that's why you have a lot of support and no opposition as far as we're aware of. And so I really thank stakeholders and the rest of the industry that was involved with supporting the initiative. And I believe this moves New Mexico's damage prevention program in the right direction. I believe it is going to make line locating not only more accurate, but more timely. And hopefully it addresses a lot of the issues that really were brought to my attention and others' attention and trying to resolve that matter. So thank you, and I'll stand for questions if there are any.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. David, did you want to add anything else commentary-wise?
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I have no additional comments on behalf of my client, the Pipeline Safety Bureau, and Jason Montoya. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, that concludes the people that I had on the sign-up sheet who had signed up for comment today. As everyone is aware, this will close, I believe. Let me just scroll down. The record closure date for this proceeding is April 19th. And after that date, I have no problem at this point, having heard absolutely no objection to this proposed rule as amended by staff. I essentially at this point have no problem presenting the amended rulemaking to the commission as soon at an open meeting after April 19th as possible at this point. So I would, everyone that is listening in, I would probably look for that to be on an open meeting agenda, probably first week in May, schedule dependent. But I appreciate everyone chiming in today and participating in our public hearing. With that, Melissa, do you have any questions for the record that you need to clarify?
Actually, Miss Jernigan had mentioned PHMSA. If someone could spell that for me, I'd appreciate it.
That is the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration.
Okay,
And PHMSA is the acronym.
okay. I didn't know that one.
Oh,
Thank you. That was my only question.
Okay. With that, I think we are concluded, and I thank everyone for making this a pretty straightforward rulemaking and hearing. But as Jason indicated, this has been years in the making. So I look forward to this being concluded in short order. Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
With that, I'll close the public hearing.